Alright, loose ends. The ride back to the Seamstress Union is quiet compared to the pandemonium left behind at Mercy Mental Hospital. Lone Star Squad cars pass you on the road, sirens blaring, no doubt in response to the aftermath of your showdown with the late Dr. Henry Holmes. The Emerald City Ripper, the man who violently repossessed the internal organs of Sam and Jessica's mother, Melinda Watts. And although the killer is dead and his grip on the city is broken, it's clear he wasn't working alone. There are loose ends aching to be tied. The taxi turns onto Redmond Way, cruising past now familiar landmarks until the Seamstress Union, in all its decadence, seedy glory, materializes between swipes of its overworked windshield wipers. Time to evaluate your next move. Alright, so Johnny Clean, here he is. Johnny Clean is talking with Cherry Bomb and Miss Kubota. When you walk up, we were just talking about you, Trax. And the Emerald City Ripper. Ironic that you tracked a serial killer into a mental hospital. Johnny Clean told us where you were going, Omei. We've been waiting for you to return. Johnny frowns and nods. You're right. I should have kept my mouth shut. I should know better. It's just that we have a personal stake in the Ripper murders. We each have our reasons for wanting the killer found. Sam was a regular here, and his loss has been felt regardless of his shortcomings. The whole sprawl has been shaken by these killings as well, the randomness of them. No one knows if they will be next, or what the killer might take from them. I admit that the killings have hampered business as well. I am sorry, but it's true. It does not help that Sam's body was found down the street from here. Even my regular customers have been loath to venture out with a killer on the loose. Now tell us, Omei, did you find the person responsible for the Ripper murders? Person responsible? Yes. The killer? Yeah. No. Killer, yes. I'm gonna take the second one. A little more lengthy. Someone's pulling the strings of a serial killer? This sounds more complicated than I suspected. It is. The head of the asylum was killing specific people to harvest specific body parts. All the transplanted organs came from the same donor, Melinda Watts, Sam's mother. It looks like he was putting her back together. Frankenstein job it is. The three are silent as the news sinks in. So Sam had an organ transplanted from his mother, and then the Ripper killed Sam and all those other people just to reassemble Sam's mother? About the size of it, grisly, isn't it? I sense a cause and effect in this. Coyote and Jake Armitage just left here to attend Sam's funeral. I am told that there will be a reinterment ceremony for his mother as well. His sister invited me to the funeral and the reinterment when I met her here. Right, let's go with that. Think his sister Jessica had something to do with it? Hang on. I saw Sam's sister when she was here the other day. She was as corp as they come, but I can't imagine a lady like that behind a series of murders. There's got to be something else going on. It is clear that you must go to the funeral and talk with Jessica Watts, Trax. Yeah, but I need to pay my respects as well. Of course. Miss Kubota raises her hand, and the conversation stops. Wait, before you go, there is one thing you did not tell us, Trax. Where is the Emerald City Ripper now? Decomposing. She nods in satisfaction. Aye, that is good. Yep, very good. Alright, so before I go on to confront Jessica about her brother, I'm going to take a look around, see if there's anything to buy. Let's see, well, or find out any new side quests or anything. Welcome back, Trax. Any new intel? I get the feeling that you're one carrying the intel these days. Word around here was that you were closing in on the Ripper when you last left. Dare I ask how that went? You won't be a problem anymore. I hope that means what I think it means. And yet, your shoulders are no more relaxed, and you still survey the room like a man who has yet to return from war. This isn't over, is it? Complications. Big Eye sighs. I was hoping this would soon be all behind us. The Barrens has a short memory, but for wounds such as these, it makes an exception. To see this prolonged, I fear for how it may forever change the landscape. Gangs have already started to take advantage of the chaos left in Ripper's wake, and that only serves to destabilize what semblance of order there was, paving the way for the megacorps to make land grabs and push poor sinless further to the fringes where the dangers are greatest. Sooner or later, even the Union could be threatened. Alright. Maybe a couple armies. Take care, Trax. Alright. Really like this guy's dance moves there. Shaking it back and forth. A little shimmy shimmy. Alright. Dr. Sarah Castle. Doc Castle looks to be better rested and in better spirits than the last time you saw her. She's also clearly had a shower and a change of clothes. Maybe even some sleep. Her eyes are sharp when they turn up from her work to greet you. Welcome back, Trax. Still all in one piece, I see. More's the pity for me. But I'll still take your money. Perhaps a full physical is in order, or we can call it a medical consultation. That's where I roughly determine the odds of your survival based on your professional proclivities. It comes with a lollipop. Ooh, lollipops. So what will it be? Kind of curious how many patients you've lost. Let's start there. Dr. Castle sets her down her work and fixes you with a hard look. Her expression normally falls on an axis of varying degree of difference, depending on her level of tiredness, but now it has shifted over to something decidedly darker. Is this morbid curiosity? Professional curiosity. Then I suppose I should be equally professional and answer without judging you for asking, and I should not let it bias me the next time you fall under my knife. To give you a hard number is difficult. There are many who I would have considered patients that never made it home, and so I suppose one could say they died while under my care, though not as a result of it. But the number I think you want is the number of patients who died on my table, and that number is 6. 6 who I was unable to save, spread across a 13-year career, and I remember each and every one, down to the smallest detail, including the moment where I realized I could do nothing more for them. I would argue that 4 of those 6 were beyond helping from the moment they passed through my door. The 5th died as a result of complications while installing a stolen piece of experimental cyberware, which I had cautioned against using. And the 6th, entirely my fault. I made a mistake. I can't claim I was overtired or inexperienced or distracted. I simply made the wrong decision. And a young man died as a result. Stellar track record. She picks up her tablet and resumes her work. Yes, well, will there be anything else? Med supplies, please. Still no changes. Moving on. Algernon, here I come. Algernon stands stock still, his eyes closed and his face composed in a mask of stern concentration. But then a small snore escapes his nose, instantly shattering the elf's carefully manicured mystique. A clearing of your throat is enough to rouse a talismonger from his meditation. Aw, little catnap. Ah, Trax, I was watching your approach from the astral realm. So good of you to visit again. What might I do for you on this fine day? How are things in the astral? Always a curious place, the astral. Though a mere world to our own, it is ever-changing. I suppose the same can be said of our reality, but things of a transitory nature here on the physical plane can cause long-lasting changes in the astral. The barrens that we can see and touch record the past with bloodstains on the sidewalk and bullet holes in storefront walls, but the astral goes further, recording the emotions that accompany these acts of violence. These events texture astral space. How are they textured? There is a great deal of fear and distrust in some places. It is strong enough to impact the working of magic. But enough of my doom-saying. You must have better things to do. Is there any way I can help? Sail. Let's check what you got. Just power bolts. That doesn't help me. And as I thought earlier, don't want to get any of the spells because it's not where I'm at. Alright. Any new body armor? Nope. Not new. Didn't think so. G.B. Gruberman. On his workbench, Buster currently has a mil-spec shotgun fully disassembled and its parts neatly arranged. He lovingly massages each piece with a microfiber cloth coated in some kind of gun oil or polish. Whatever the stuff is, it leaves the pieces shining brilliantly and pungent as hell. Got some catalogs just in. If you might be interested in an order, I can get yours shipped overnight from the manufacturer. Though I won't lie to you, you'll be paying for the convenience. Otherwise, I got plenty of the usual bang-bangs waiting for a good home. What do you say? Well, there are two schools of thought on the matter. There are those who swear by their smart guns and such because they make the weapon more accurate and thus more deadly. Then there are those who subscribe to the bigger boom theory, putting all their money on the biggest, baddest rounds. But you ask me, it's all situational. That's where the real advances have come. You can pack a Panther assault cannon, but it won't do you no favors if you're fighting in a basement hallway. By the same token, a room sweeper might carve up your average pack of gangers up close and personal, but its range is limited. Military life never taught me that. It was dealing to runners like yourself that afforded me this epiphany. You've got to be ready for anything. On that note, might I interest you in some custom mods or perhaps specialty grenades? Let's take a look. Alright. Not wasting my money on guns that have no accuracy for me. Or limited. And this is going to be nothing to buy, but okay, nothing right now. Just seeing if there was any story elements to hash out. Because story is where it's at. I love the artwork in this game. Did a really good job. Alright. Let's take that cab.